Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the last session of the Columbus Symposium, to the Energy Forum. I think one interesting forum with very interesting guests. And at the beginning of the forum, I would like to introduce Mr. Javadov. He's the director of the State Oil Company of Azerbaijan. And I'm looking forward to a very interesting talk. If there are any questions, you have to leave directly after his talk, so please give questions directly afterwards. It's one rare occasion where you can do this, so use it, please. So I give the panel now to Mr. Javadov.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear distinguished participants, first of all, it's a privilege for me to speak at the conference where Azerbaijan is one of the main focus countries, and therefore I would like to thank all organizers both for organizing this event and for inviting me. Talking about energy strategy as well as oil and gas infrastructure of Azerbaijan, it's necessary to mention in short what took it the transformation and formation period for Azerbaijan to achieve what it has today. Very brief, former Ministry of Oil and Gas of the former Soviet Socialist Republic of Azerbaijan was big, robust and very bureaucratic government organization, although because of its enormous experience, expertise, long history and relevant human resources, very well known and recognized across the former USSR, since 1993-1994 was transformed into State Oil Company of Azerbaijan Republic, SOCAR, with international brand name SOCAR, institution which is currently one of the largest oil and gas companies in the world, with more than 75,000 employees, involved in all aspects of petroleum and gas industry. The world unmatched high rates of economic growth of Azerbaijan, rapid progress within SOCAR itself, considerable oil and gas reserves, developed transportation infrastructure and oil refinery resulted in formation of the region's largest vertically integrated oil and gas company. Very brief data, also some historic data. First industrial oil in the world, 1847, was discovered in Baku. Therefore, Azerbaijan often called as a pioneer oil country in the world. As I said, more than 75,000 employees today. Between 1994 and 2009, 27 PSAs were signed, production sharing agreements. Around 38 billion US dollars worth foreign investments, out of which 32 billion US dollars investment was done in energy and oil and gas sector. More than 34 international energy companies from 15 countries operating in Azerbaijan currently. I would not bother you with technical data on production and whatever. Oil production in 2009 was 49 million tons. 2010, around 53 million tons of crude. Since 2007, Azerbaijan has become, first time in its history, gas exporting country. And gas production in 2009 was 27 BCM. For 2020 is foreseen 50-55 BCM per annum. SOCAR, being 100% state-owned company, represents interests of state of Azerbaijan in all relevant areas of oil and gas industry of the country, as well as ensures Azerbaijan reaches main targets set in new oil strategy. So what are the key elements of energy strategy of Azerbaijan? First of all, to maintain energy security of the country. Further development of international cooperation. Infrastructure development and upgrade, modernization and efficient use of existing infrastructure. optimization of management, oil revenues management, expansion of geography of operations and investment portfolio of SOCAR. Here is probably necessary to mention that SOCAR is now also trying to play more important role globally, and also to be not only as an oil and gas exporter, but also as an investor abroad. Diversification of consumer markets and export transportation routes for Azerbaijan's hydrocarbon resources is also very important. Contribution to the development of Southern Energy Corridor concept. The short information about main crude oil export routes. As you may know, BTG pipeline is the second longest pipeline in the world now, currently connecting Baku through Georgia to the Mediterranean port of Ceyhan in Turkey. And this is actually the main pipeline of Azerbaijan. The major portion of crude is transported through this pipeline. The second option is Baku-Supsa pipeline, which goes through Georgian territory to Black Sea port of Georgia. The third option is Baku-Novorossiysk pipeline, which goes to Russian Black Sea port of Novorossiysk. And this is the third pipeline, main pipeline option of Azerbaijan. There is, of course, railway possibilities which are widely used. Baku-Batumi, Baku-Poti, and of course Baku-Kulevi. We'll talk about Kulevi later. Again, some technical information about specification of Azeri Light. I'm sure that nobody is interested in it. So I mentioned Black Sea transportation options. Black Sea Terminal Kulevi, which has been indexed since 2 years. Actually, this is one of the largest foreign assets of SOCAR, and completely renovated, rebuilt, and SOCAR is now the owner of this port at Black Sea. This is some information about the percentage of crude export destination of SOCAR. Trading activities of SOCAR. So, in order to, SOCAR actually long time was trading from its head office, and today, since 2 years, actually 2-3 years, SOCAR has decided and established 3 trading offices. Main one is in Geneva, and second in Singapore, and sub-office we have now in Vietnam for Asian sales. These foreign trading companies of SOCAR are doing extremely well in trading crude as well as oil products, aiming at becoming full-fledged companies trading with derivatives of third parties as well. Projects which are foreseen and planned, we can mention Euro-Asian oil transportation corridor through the extension of the existing Odessa-Polotsk to Odessa-Brody to Polotsk-Gdansk in Poland, oil pipeline, and therefore was international consortium was built, where Azerbaijan is the part of shareholder, one of the 5 shareholders of this international consortium. So as you see, the Odessa-Brody to prolong it to Polotsk-Gdansk port in Poland. This is also one of the important projects to come. Development of Kazakhstan-Azerbaijan Trans-Caspian system for the delivery of East Asian oil across the Caspian through the territory of Azerbaijan to the world market is also ongoing process. Development of transportation infrastructure for establishing links between the East Asian gas reserves and the European Union. Trans-Caspian transportation options. As you see here from the map, we have Baku landing, we have Kazakhstani oil transported through Azerbaijan via BTG pipeline, and this is the information already described earlier. Also SCP pipeline, which is a major gas pipeline of Azerbaijan, connecting Baku, Tbilisi with Erzurum in Turkey. And so this is the major gas pipeline. Modern Silk Road, establishing new direct energy and transportation links among EU and different regions, including Azerbaijan and other Caspian states. The opening of new gas supply corridor to Europe is an important factor contributing to the stability of European gas market, creates enhanced competition and raises attractiveness of gas as a fuel in the EU fuel mix. South Caucasus pipeline, Baku-Tbilisi, Erzurum, was also shown before. This is the main gas pipeline, and actually which is taken as a major pipeline to connect Nabucco with Europe, to connect also ITGI project of gas transportation to Europe, also Trans-Adriatic pipeline across Adriatic Sea. And besides that, we have also some other important projects which are under very interesting discussion. White Stream under the Black Sea, and also LNG, CNG projects. And the LNG one with Romania, Georgia, Azerbaijan has been already concluded MOU in September this year. So this is the Black Sea transportation of gas by vessels. Since recent years, SOCAR supplies gas to Turkey, Russian Federation, Iran, swaps, southeastern EU area. SOCAR has been supplying gas and oil to Georgia, covering almost all needs of this country. And since 2007, SOCAR started to play a significant role in energy security of Georgia. The process of intensive gasification of this country, construction of power plants, and other related activities. Within only the last 3 years, more than 45 petrol stations already have been constructed and commissioned. Another 15-20 are to come in the nearest future. About some plans and projects of SOCAR across Azerbaijan itself. So SOCAR plans to build the region's largest modern oil, gas processing and petrochemical complex, consisting of gas processing plant, chemical plant, oil refinery, petrochemical and power plant. So feasibility study already started, and actually the project aims to increase the current quality of Azerbaijani oil products to meet highest international standards. And the second aim is to fulfill the program of the state to clean the environment. So having said this, the new plant will, of course, replace 2 existing oil refineries. One of them used to be the biggest in the Soviet Union before. So both of them will be replaced as soon as new one will be commissioned. So we have another project, new shipyard project, which is already started this year, and construction to be ended by 2013. So I will not go into technical details. Environmental protection, another new dimension for Azerbaijan, and the very important part of its energy strategy. So this is emission reduction. Parliament of Azerbaijan has ratified the Kyoto Protocol. From 2007, SOCAR is member of Global Gas Flaring Reduction Initiative. Waste Disposal Center of SOCAR is in place since recent time. Cleanup operations of Baku Bay already ongoing, and a lot of work has been already fulfilled and implemented. Environmental impact assessment, monitoring A&P activities, impact laboratory, emissions measurement center established. Dimension of energy efficiency of SOCAR, power saving, renewable energy, new technologies. Capacity building in environmental sphere, education policies, incentives, application of new technologies. again. So as mentioned before, SOCAR